the easiest way to completely change your perspective, to get out of that negative loop, to completely change the situation that you're in and break through the mental thoughts that you're having, is to travel. And look, I'm the most social, antisocial person in existence. I love to isolate. I love to stay in my apartment by myself. I love to not go out. I love to avoid traveling. And a lot of times that leaves me in a position in which I am left with my own thoughts. That's not always the best place to be. As someone who's a business owner who wants to create a network, who should be social and wants to create an impact, I need to be around other people. Now, I also need to travel the same way that for any of you watching, you must understand this one thing. Even if you don't have the money to travel, finding a way to get outside of your current situation will completely reshape your perspective. I'm going to give you a few examples from what I've experienced on this trip alone. Look, I live in Miami. I live in an absolutely gorgeous place, and I'm around some very high-level entrepreneurs all the time. But even that can get stagnant. The moment that you get on a plane, not to mention being above 37,000 feet in the air is one of the spaces in which you are the most creative. That's going to change your perspective in and of itself, just being on the plane, regardless of where you go. And as soon as you touch down into that new place, I don't know how it is for y'all, but for me, I feel this extreme sense of gratitude that I am in a new location and my perspective begins to change. I start to see how other people live. I start to become grateful for my situation at home. And I start to find myself thinking about things that I never thought of when I was in my own confined environment. As soon as we got to Marbella, here in Marbella, Spain, I was looking around and driving through the mountains, and I was thinking to myself, wow, I am so blessed to live in Miami, but I really want to have a second house here in Marbella. As we've started to spend more time here, I've found that I'm able to reduce the amount of noise and distraction that I'm constantly absorbing in my own home environment. And as a result of being able to focus and not have so much distraction, I've actually started to clear out the distance between myself and God. God doesn't move, only I move. There's clutter between myself and God, and so when that happens, I need to get to a place in which I can start to eliminate that. Look, I pray every day, I meditate every day, I read the Bible every day. But even still with that, there's this clutter. And that clutter can leave you in a position in which you feel stuck. I've been in this position. Guys, there's no level that you're ever going to get to in business or in life, no amount of money that you make or amount of success that you have, where you're not going to at times feel stagnant, feel lost, feel off purpose. And I very much had been feeling that way for a period of time. After only a few days here in Marbella, my perspective has completely changed. I've been able to open up my thought process in my mind. And instead of just staying stuck in this negative feedback loop that I find myself in my apartment, I'm able to challenge my thoughts and say, maybe that thought's not real. Maybe up here in the mountains in this beautiful area, I should think about my thoughts in a different way. Maybe I should be a little bit more grateful for my life because this situation that happened when I traveled. And as a result, my perspective has changed so much so that I already know exactly what it is that I'm supposed to be doing moving forward with my business. So much so that I actually feel aligned again and on purpose. So much so that I actually feel a stronger connection with God once again. Guys, getting out of the house and traveling is one of the most majestic things you can possibly do. And I know some of you are watching this being like, yeah, but wait, I'm not rich. I don't have the money. I don't have the cards. I can't stay in these beautiful places. Look, you can go to places around the world, places in South America, places in other countries, depending upon where you live, that are inexpensive to arrive to. And when you get there, just look around. I know this sounds ridiculous, but a lot of us go through life ungrateful for what we don't have. And when you arrive in a new place, you have this sense of gratitude that allows you to be grateful for what you do have. When you're living out of a place of lack, everything seems negative. Everything seems difficult. But when you live out of a place of joy and abundance and love, naturally your mind expands and it starts to allow for more positive experiences. Those positive experiences in those new places start to build on themselves. And all of a sudden your negative feedback loop in your own apartment with your own shitty social media and TV and situation starts to become this new experience just from getting to a new place. So I'm telling you all, this may not be my typical video, but one of the most important things that you can do to very quickly change your situation, very quickly give you a new perspective, very quickly snap you out of that negative place that you're in, help you become more aligned, is to travel. You don't even need to travel with other people. And if you find it weird to be by yourself, start to do some work on yourself. It is imperative that you have time away from the distractions of your phone, of certain people, of your job, and whatever else it is. Open your mind, look around, enjoy what you do have, and spend some time traveling. Start putting together some places that you might like to go. Spend some time by yourself. Go out to dinner and eat all by yourself. And really, please do me this one favor. Start to look around and observe this world. Stop living in your phone. Stop watching so much content and not taking action. Start and do this one thing. I pray that for any of you watching this video, that this one simple thing can completely change your life. Go take that trip. Go do that thing. Go get out of the house. Go introduce yourself to new people. Because you, by yourself, without people in your own place, can never open up your life to the experiences that you could be having. You must be social. You must get out. So do it. I love you all. Stay up.